Hello everybody. Today I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour of my farming facilities in No Man's Sky, which let me build 100 stasis devices and 50 fusion igniters each day. So let's go ahead and jump in the freighter and take a flight down to the first base or facility, collection area, whatever you want to call it. So what this video isn't, it's not a build video or a how-to video on how to do this. Maybe I would do something like that in the future, but there already exists plenty of places on YouTube. You can go and check that out from much better players and more experienced players than I. So yeah, this is just to kind of give you an overview of what the process of an actual harvest will look like from top to bottom. If you go ahead and decide to do this on your own. So really quick, as I'm flying into the first place here, you can see this is the area that is extracting one of the three main gases I will need for this project. This happens to be the which one is this? Parasite. This will be the nitrogen collection area. All of these towers here that you see arranged close to each other, those are all gas extraction towers, and they're just built into pylons. And as you may already know, and if you don't, as long as extraction towers or supply depots for that matter, if they're all connected along similar systems, you have access to all the resources from a single collection point, which is the basic key idea behind most of these bases you're going to see. And I'm not going to do a flyover for every single base. I'm just going to do it for this first base so you can get an idea of kind of what goes into this. There's a few items that get collected here. I believe nitrogen, which we just showed you. This, I believe, is for oxygen. Kind of goes down. The hotspot was down here. Kind of a cool little area to build down into. But yeah, that's the oxygen extraction pylon. Over here, I believe this should be, what would this be? This must be cobalt, I think. Is it cobalt or dioxide? I kind of forget. It's been a long time since I built these things. And this was the first one I put together. So you're going to see 10 of these places. This entire operation takes 10 different locations to do. I don't know, there's probably more efficient ways to do it, I suppose, but this is the way that works for me. If you want to do that high count of, again, 100 stasis devices and 50 fusion igniters for each harvest. This is the last extraction area. I think that's for, I think that's for the dioxide, but again, I'm not sure. Again, maybe I'll do a more detailed video in the future if anybody out there actually watches this and gets anything from it, helpful that is. So let's go ahead and land here, and we're just going to go ahead and collect the first few minerals, and then we'll go ahead and probably just do quick cuts to the rest of the facilities, and we'll show you the collection process, and we'll then show you the mixing process, just to give you again that brief summary / overview. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of employ, I guess you could say, a GTA type humor with the message lines I put in front of my bases, so hope you don't mind. Okay, so first thing we'll collect is the nitrogen. There's 75,000 of it. Now that number is actually exactly what I need for 150 total items, and that will be true for the 3 gases I collect. The rest of the stuff, though, in the system, I haven't calibrated or optimized to be perfect. I do have some excess that will exist after I'm done with this process, and in some cases I know I overbuilt, and that was just to keep bases more or less like alike and similar, and easy for me to build, so I didn't really have to think about it. So it is a bit over-engineered, but in this case 75,000 nitrogen is exactly what I need. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the starship, and here I suppose I may as well show you here. So we have a completely empty starship. This is one of my haulers, the Gooser. Is nice and empty. That's going to serve as our main mixing table later. And then, at least as far as my character goes, this is an empty exosuit, because I do carry all these upgrades and things, or attachments, or whatever you want to call them, on me at all times. And I also carry a lot of stuff on hand in the cargo suit, so that does represent an empty cargo suit, if you will, for my character. But yeah, we're going to try to fit as much stuff on the starship as possible. Here we get some oxygen, which is a key ingredient that we're going to need later. And let's go ahead. You know what? I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go like this, and then does that do what I wanted to do? Probably not. Let's see. Oh no, not really. That's okay. I'll deal with that later. So I'm only going to collect oxygen once. I'm not going to do the full refining process that I will do later. I'll use a little bit of those materials from storage. But for now, we'll go ahead and take this one bit of oxygen. We'll put it in my main general suit there. Okay, so oxygen gets collected here. So yeah, these supply depots are all linked to the pylon towers that you see out in the distance for the various materials here. And this central collection point allows me to grab all of the items I need. Let's just take a half a thing of cobalt, put it in the exosuit. Dioxide here. Oh, paraffinium. Dioxide will be somewhere else. Okay, put that in the starship. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and fly to the next point. There's gonna be 10 of these places, and I'm just gonna go ahead and, like I said, do cuts between them so you can see how it all works out in the end as far as the place I need to go to. So yeah, let's go to the next place. Okay, we're at the next location, Sulfus Solar, which is a hot planet. We just came from this planet over there. We're gonna go ahead and collect just one resource here, which is near this green colored floor. It's the sulfurine. And oh, look at that. We have 36 seconds to kill. Okay, well, this place also collects oxygen. I make a lot of oxygen. I think I have 3 places that produce it, which is more than I need. We're not going to get any more though. And it used to collect. Ooh, we vomit solar. What a beautiful business tagline. This place used to collect phosphorus, but after the Origins update, I believe it was the Origins update, that phosphorus hotspot turned into a basalt, or however you pronounce that hotspot, which I have no idea what you're supposed to do with a basalt in this game. But oh well. So I have my phosphorus extractor somewhere else, and we'll go ahead and put this into the starship. And I said in the last portion that that was a dioxide collector when I flew by it, but of course dioxide is going to be on the cold world that will be on next, and the lush worlds will always have paraffinium, and they'll also have so I may as well mention that too. These worlds were these worlds are specific in that you want to, or at least I wanted to, find a system that had multiple of the types of worlds that I needed. So this was a good system to build in, because it had, well, at the time it had the phosphorus here, even though now it's basalt, and sulfurine. And on this planet here, that's where I had my nitrogen and paraffinium. And on the cold planet we're going to go to next, that's where I was able to find my radon gas and my dioxide. Okay, here we are at the next location, Radio Company F. Built in a nice little crater here. Pretty neat, I like this place. By Radio Company F. So I could say, ready to F your radio? Yeah, I know, pretty juvenile, but... Alright, we get more cobalt here. Dioxide. We will be taking dioxide. Let's put that in the... Come on. My button kind of stuck up there a little bit. Yeah, my buttons are a little worn out on this controller. I got a lot of miles on it. Radon into the ship. So yeah, that's all I need from here. So I'm gonna go ahead and warp now to another system. I actually need to come back here and do a farm harvest, a plant harvest that is, and also do some mixing at another base. But for now, I'm gonna continue to collect resources in other systems. So I'm actually gonna go to Bleach and Ammonia Mixing Company next, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that in a part 2. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you there.